Hi, this is Dr. Adam, and once again I'm here with... Today I'd like you to read a couple episodes from Cinderella. The first thing you'll want to do is open Benchmark Universe in your myaps.edu account. This logs you in. Then you'll want to come back to Google Classroom and click on the specific benchmark readings that I've assigned to you there. After you've finished your readings, you'll want to click on the other link of the day to answer the questions that I have prepared for you. Now, one thing I want to answer is the question about why we are studying Cinderella, especially if some of us don't feel that we can connect to Cinderella in the same way that others can. Well, there are two reasons. First off, the story of Cinderella is about a person who doesn't seem to have a fair chance, but still wins. Can you ever imagine this happening to you or someone you know? It's such a famous idea for a story that there's even a movie about a real-life man named James Braddock who became a boxing champion. And that movie is called The Cinderella Man. Why? Because he didn't seem to have a fair chance, but he still won the heavyweight championship of the world. Secondly, our essential question is, what makes people view the same experience in different ways? Throughout this lesson, we are not only going to hear how Cinderella feels about her sisters, but also how her sisters feel about her. When we listen to everyone's side of the story, we get what's called different points of view. Everyone sees things a different way. Even if we all agree that the same thing happened, we might feel differently about what happened. Here are some tips to keep in mind. Remember that Benchmark gives you the option to listen to the reading.
My stepsisters have been meaner than a mule today. I woke when the rooster crowed and lit a fire in the downstairs hearth as usual. Soot and ashes from the fire covered me, as usual.
You might also want to scroll through YouTube and look for clips of Cinderella interacting with her sisters. When you're trying to keep track of your ideas, it doesn't hurt to highlight as well. For a quick breakdown of the quiz, keep in mind that most of the questions are multiple choice. This basically means that you don't have to write anything for them. Just click on what you think the right answer is. And remember that you can go back and forth between the book and the questions to make sure you're giving the best answers you can. For the last question of the quiz, which does involve writing, you'll want to make sure you understand the rest of the story first. What else is coming up this week? We'll be doing more lessons based on Cinderella this week, so make sure you take some time to get familiar with what's going on in the story. Also, if you have questions, post them on the discussion thread so that I can answer them. Our discussion might be of help to some of your classmates too. And of course, your parents can contact me through Class Dojo. Now, some of you might read these two books that are assigned today and say, there aren't that many words in these books, so I don't have a whole lot to say about them. But I want you to think about some other assignments we've done in my class. Do you remember when we looked at the pictures of the goats and the trolls and the wolves and all those characters that we put on the Velcro board? And there were no words, but we were able to come up with a story based on what we saw with those characters stuck to the Velcro board. And you might recall that each group came up with a picture and they passed the board on to another group, and that group came up with a story. You might think of what you're reading today as being similar. Yes, there aren't a lot of words in these books, but there are certainly more words than there were on those storyboard pictures, which had no words, and you still had a lot to say about those. So this will be quite similar. Think of what you see as well as what you read, and try to make connections. Think of what the pictures tell you, but also, since you know the basic story of Cinderella from what you read in these books, try to make connections. Make connections to other things you've read. Make connections to things you've seen in your life, things you've seen in the lives of other people, And just consider the overall idea of what the story of Cinderella tries to tell us. You might even think of something you know from another telling of Cinderella, like in one of the Disney movies. That's fine too. Whatever you have to say, whatever connections you could make to other versions of Cinderella, other stories, life events, use this opportunity in the second half of the question section where you're writing your paragraph to say as much as you can about these two readings we're doing today. And again, keep in mind, sometimes less is more. Even though these two books have very few words in them, what they say means a lot. It tells us a lot about this character and her journey. And it tells us a lot about what kind of character Cinderella really is. Whether it's the actual Cinderella in the stories we're reading, or whether it's Cinderella representing a person who simply is overcoming great odds and achieving something that doesn't seem possible given their circumstances. Let's read this and talk about it a little bit. What is the title of the book? What is the title of this work?
Cinderella Works.
All right.
I want to.
What is she doing in this picture right here?
Cooking.
Okay. Let's read this sentence right here.
I can work. They're so small. I can cook.
All right.
If it was I can't cook,
Then she wouldn't be as skilled as she currently is.
I can sweep. She's cleaning her house and making food for herself.
That's right, she is.
I can clean.
Mm-hmm.
I can wash.
Mm-hmm.
I am tired.
Okay, what does it say here?
Dear diary.
Mm-hmm. And what does it say on this line right here?
It says, today was a bad day. I woke up. I lit a fire in the kitchen.
And do you see the picture of her lighting a fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
I made eggs for my sisters.
Mm-hmm.
I took the eggs to their room.
Mm-hmm.
So each sister has one egg.
That's right. It looks like it.
The eggs are cooled. They said, we will not eat them. My sisters threw the eggs at me.
Mm-hmm. My sisters threw the eggs at me. Good. And look what it says here on the picture.
Flying egg.
Huh? Flying egg. That's not nice.
Yeah.
Look, one egg hit her in the head because the sisters are angry at her. Okay, let's look at these words.
Clean.
And you can see a picture of her cleaning.
Cleaning. Verb to remove dirt and put things away in their proper place. I can clean.
Good. What about this one?
Cook. Verb. Get food ready to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I can cook.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep. Verbs to get rid of dirt and dust with a broom or brush. I can sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Tired, adjective, needing rest or sleep. I am tired.
Mm-hmm.
Wash, verb to clean, with soap and water. I can wash.
Mm-hmm.
Work, verb to do something that takes effort. I can work.
Now, one really cool thing about this book is that when you finish it, there's a matching game, which we're going to have the chance to play right now.
Okay.
Clean. Clean.
Very lucky.
Cook. Wash. Sweep. Work. Sweep. Work.
Oh, I know
Work.
this.
Work. Sweep. Tired. Tired. Cook. Tired. Tired. Cook. Cook. Wash. Wash. Sweep. Sweep.
That was excellent. All right. Let us try a different Cinderella book that I'm going to read to you.
And then I could play the game?
And then you could play the game.
Yay! Yay. But first I want to read the cover of it. Make breakfast, Cinderella.
Okay, let's start reading this.
Her sisters are mean.
Yeah, they look pretty mean in this picture, too.
Yeah, they're saying some. She will make, and they're very angry because she's not making it that quick.
Maybe that's why they're angry.
Yeah, that's why.
The stepsisters go to the kitchen. Cinderella, the sisters yell. Make our eggs, yell the sisters. Cinderella makes the eggs. Make our toast, yell the sisters. Cinderella makes the toast. Make our bacon, yell the sisters. Cinderella makes the bacon. Pour our juice, yell the sisters. Cinderella pours the juice. Clean the dishes, yell the sisters. Cinderella cleans the dishes. After Cinderella. The sisters were late to breakfast. Cinderella was not there to wake them up. They were angry and hungry. Where's my toast? The older sister asked. You are the youngest sister. That means that you should make breakfast. I'll try, said the younger sister. The younger sister made eggs and toast. The toast was burned. The eggs tasted like shoe rubber. It was a horrible breakfast. This is terrible. I can't eat this, said the older sister. What will we do without Cinderella to help us? Words to know. Dishes, kitchen, make, pour, stepsisters, and yell. Do you want to read these words again one more time? Just the blue ones.
Okay. Dishes, kitchen, make, pour, stepsisters, yell.
Very good.
Dishes.
Excellent.
Pour. Kitchen. Dishes.
Wait.
Dishes. Dishes. Pour. pour, yell, make, yell, yell, kitchen, make, stepsisters, stepsisters, make, kitchen, kitchen, make,
Wait.
kitchen, kitchen,
Now this is what I call
Make.
easy.
make,
Excellent work. Okay.
Matching.
That was excellent, Miriam. Thank you so much.
I want to read not a Cinderella book, but
We're going to read another book tomorrow, okay?
please can I read another book? Goodbye, like and subscribe.